afternoon. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026. This is the reading for the sign of Leo. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. We will go ahead and get right into this. See what's in your energy today, Leo. I'm going to start with some tarot here. Spirit, what is the message today for the sign of Leo? Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Pull a couple more cards here. Okay, we've got the Scout of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get one more. Okay, I've got two more, so let me rearrange this a bit so the cards fit. Here. So we've got the Acrobat, which is the Hanged Man. It's Pisces energy. And we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, we can see all the cards. All right. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords here, and I am going to reference the guidebook that came with this deck. This is the Adventure Tarot deck. So with the Ten of Swords, it gives a keyword for the upright and reversal meanings. So for this card in reverse, this speaks of an intellectualizing a situation with the swords. This may be a situation that's really had you in the past, really up in your head, worried. There may have been a lot of hurt and anxiety here. As you can see, this person is looking very upset. But with this coming out in a reversal, this speaks of beginning to recover from the situation, although there may have been a delayed ending to something. This can also signify the end of a period of a lot of anxiety and a new beginning. We next see the Scout of Pentacles. So with the Scout of Pentacles, this is the Page of Pentacles, and we have this in reverse, which is a feeling that you may have disappointed other people in your life in the past. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can be someone who is lacking a solid plan, maybe a bit blocked and distracted. May have been procrastinating in a situation where there was a lot of anxiety and hurt in the past. And then we see the Hanged Man, which is the acrobat. So that is Pisces energy. This can be a shift in perspective regarding the situation, with that coming out in a upright. The Hanged Man can refer to a transition or a rebirth in your mind, more than likely here with the swords being in reverse. This may be beginning to change where you were blocked or procrastinating or lacking a solid plan. You're seeing you need to shift your perspective. With the Five of Wands coming out in a reversal, the keyword's conformity. In this deck, with the Five of Wands in reverse, you may find that there was a conflict in the past that may have been a bit blown out of proportion, and you're looking at it differently now at this time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and a little more energy here. Let's go ahead and cut the deck. I will go ahead and shuffle just a little bit here. Let's see if we can get a little more detail in this situation. Okay. Someone has a crush. Okay, well, that kind of just flew out. Spirit, tell me more. Got a few cards here. I'm going to go ahead and take them. We've got a quote, and we've got a ship is always safest at shore, but that is not what it's built for. And that's a quote from Albert Einstein. Okay. Sometimes it can seem safe to just stay at shore because you're afraid of what potential waves there may be in that ocean if you were to decide to set sail and see what's out there, is kind of what I'm getting here with this. Someone may have been a bit blocked potentially to someone they felt some interest in, but the perspective is shifting and they may see that potentially their reactions might have been a bit blown out of proportion. And then we have life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well, Wheel of Fortune. So you may have been facing some situations in your life where you were dealing with a lot of anxiety. And maybe dealing with a person who is very, very blocked and lacking a solid plan, potentially. Or if that was you. We have free spirited and unexpected income. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify these cards here. Give it one little shuffle. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about someone having a crush. Ace of Wands. Yeah, a desire within them. Let's see what the keyword is from this deck for this card. So Ace of Wands. Excitement over it. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. Backpacker of Cups. Okay, so this is the Queen of Cups. Right, let me double check. In reverse. I'm getting used to the... No, it's not the Queen of Cups. It's the Knight of Cups in reverse. What ifs? Someone who's very caught up in different what if situations going through their mind here. Anxiety over potentially a Wheel of Fortune or a change or a turn in events, starting the new. Wheel of Fortune can be starting the new, beginning, turning a new leaf, basically. This could be a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Spirit White is free spirited here. I flipped around. Two of Pentacles. This is coming out in a reversal. So with the Two of Pentacles being in reverse, keyword is rigidity. So trying to find a balance between being free spirited and maybe not being too free spirited. Trying to find that right balance. That's what I'm seeing there. Feeling unbalanced and some tension. Tell me more about this Two of Pentacles here. Okay, Four of Swords and the Star in reverse, which is Aquarius energy. Okay, with the Star coming out here in reverse. So this can also mean feeling overwhelmed, trying to find a balance. The Star can represent despair, doubts. And then with the Four of Swords here, this is someone trying to definitely find a place of, you can see this person's relaxing and trying to be content and release some of the disappointment and overwhelm that they felt. Trying to get into a more free spirited energy within themselves. The Four of Wands. This can be someone who is feeling completion in regards to this Wheel of Fortune and this turn of events that they finally gotten past. What it is that was causing them a lot of doubt and overwhelm. And then we have unexpected income. Spirit, tell me more. Backpacker of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles is putting hard work into something. Backpacker of Pentacles, that's the Knight of Pentacles keyword for this card. Overachieving, so maybe pushing too hard or pushing very, very hard. Doing the hard work needed, which has brought in some unexpected income because of the energy that you're putting out into the world. Spirit may be rewarding you at this time for the consistency, how you showed up, putting hard work into yourself. Taking the time here to enjoy the fruits of your efforts here as the Wheel of Fortune turned in your favor. You're now able to reap some of the benefits of the hard work that you've put in. with this Knight of Pentacles here in a reverse. This is someone who may aim to really perfect what it is that they're working on. Okay. Let me look at the keyword on that one again. Overachieving. Which is why you needed to take some rest here. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pull a Gentle Chaos Oracle next. The ship is always safest at shore, but that is not what it's built for. I feel like this is kind of backing up the fact that it's okay to be free-spirited. To allow yourself to consider your options, to allow the will to turn when it needs to in your favor. Spirit, what's the message for Leo here? Okay. So we've got the declaration. Haven't seen this one before, so let's see what it says. The declaration. The declaration message is clear. Say it to yourself. I am magic. Whatever you face, whatever you are battling, you are and will always be magic. Okay. And we're going to end this reading here. Since we've got someone has a crush, let's go ahead and see what is in the future here regarding this crush. What does the spirit have? See what comes out in the love oracle. For Leo. Spirit, what is the message regarding this crush? Okay. So we have intimacy in reverse, bonding, sensual, confiding. Okay, so the opposite of intimacy would be I'm looking at these. They all came out in reverse. Let's kind of look at them together. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. So this would be clear judgment in reverse. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. I'm going to get a little more by, let's get a little more on each card to help. Spirit wise, intimacy in reverse here. Okay, so we have time in reverse and intimacy in reverse. Waiting, cycles, moments. Time is up. The waiting is over. Bonding, sensual, confiding. Finding myself having a harder time reading this. I feel like maybe the timing was wrong in the past because we see second chance in reverse. So I feel like this may potentially be a situation or a connection where the chance to get together has potentially been postponed in the past. So there hasn't been a bond made at this time. Let's keep going. Spirit wise, cloudy judgment and in reverse. Pain. Okay, so someone was apprehensive or afraid. Due to cloudy judgment or illusions or a distorted view in the past. Spirit wise, second chance here. Okay, that one. Blue bow. This didn't work out in the past as far as the second chance. Due to exhaustion and someone just feeling depleted, potentially unable to really apprehensive about creating a bond and confiding in order to be intimate with someone, and that's not just in a sensual way. It's hard to do that when you're afraid or apprehensive or cautious for whatever reason, whatever it is in your life that might have made you feel this way. And with the timing here, timing being wrong potentially at that time. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card here. It's going to be tarot. What is the advice here? Spirit, what's the advice for Leo? Look reading. Guide of Cups. Okay. That is the Queen of Cups. Pisces energy. Well, it could be Pisces. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, water sign. And that's actually King of Cups, not Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Boundaries. Everyone in town looks up to the Guide of Cups. She's an esteemed midwife. It's all about the fresh, loose tea. Hold on. It's all about that fresh. Okay, I'm going to start over. She's an esteemed midwife. It's all about that fresh, loose leaf tea, and spends her Saturdays getting up impressively early to watch the sunrise. The Guide of Cups is the empowered empath we all aspire to be. She's learned how to embrace her sensitivity while staying grounded in her sense of self. This is a feat. Her superpower is setting energetic and psychic boundaries, knowing what works for her and what doesn't, and communicating her needs clearly. The flip side is the ability to respect the boundaries of others, allowing people to have their own emotional experiences, recognizing that not everything is about her. For the Guide of Cups, self care is not a luxury, but essential spiritual maintenance. She knows the only way to assess her higher level of wisdom is when she's in touch with her heart and her spirit, not when she's running around rescuing other people. With the Guide of Cups, we see that existing as a sensitive being in a chaotic world is possible and are given the guidance we need to protect our spongy selves. That's about setting boundaries, especially when it comes to trying to save other people. A ship is always safest at shore, but that is not what it's built for. But you do have to be able to use your wisdom to determine whether the ship that you're trying to help save or assist in is sturdy. Because otherwise, that can definitely lead to exhaustion and pain. And you don't want to use cloudy judgment. And you don't want to make decisions based off your pain either. All right. So that is the reading today, Leo. Please do subscribe, follow, and like this video. Until next time.